Cryptozoology is, by its very nature, elusive. Thus, we cannot say that we are exactly bringing you the facts, but we will do our best to help you see these mythical legends as we do. So sit back, relax, and wait. What's that behind you? Never mind. Enjoy the show. Welcome back to yet another episode of Cryptids on Cryptids. This is episode 17,
Oh my
which
god.
I'm worried about how long I've set a precedent now for counting the episodes, and I feel like it's gonna get really tiresome if we get to like episode 104. And I'm just gonna be like, yeah, this is episode 3321. And what are we talking about today, Sid?
Oh dear. I feel like if we get to the point where we're at episode 3331, we have more things to worry about than just you counting off the episodes at the beginning, yeah. I feel like if all of a sudden there are 3,000 or so cryptids we can talk about, my concern is the direction that 2020 took, you know? Like,
Yeah, probably end times.
end of times.
Is what's going on.
It was the best of times, it was the end of times.
It was 2020.
It's 2020. I got a new microphone, by the way.
Yeah.
I feel like we
can
should
hear it. It sounds lovely.
address
It sounds
that.
like honey on the table.
Please don't pour
Don't
honey
put
on
honey
the table.
table. Unless you got that silky smooth microphone.
I feel good. This is a serious upgrade. This is probably the biggest upgrade I've made since we started this podcast, I think.
That's exciting. That's exciting news to start off the podcast.
It's very exciting. You posted a picture of it to Twitter, and my
Yes,
messy desk was in the picture, and had I known you were going to post it to Twitter, I would have taken a better photo.
It's fine. It was a great photo.
Now everyone knows how fucking tiny my hands are. Sorry for cursing.
We knew that. We can post a nicer photo to our Instagram because we still haven't posted it to our Instagram.
Yeah.
But speaking of this show and stuff involved with it, you sent me a whole ass list of boys to talk about.
I sure did.
Simply titled "Fearsome Critters."
Yes.
Now, what's this about? What's this about? Because there's some really silly names.
I'd really love to talk about this.
Yeah, can you just read off the list of the guys real quick?
Oh, sure. And this isn't even all of them. These are just ones that we...
all of them?
These are the ones that...
Okay, yeah.
These are the ones that we just pared down in order to have, like, a proper episode length. Because if we did all of them, we'd be here for a day,
a month,
a while. Fearsome critters. The ones we've got specifically for this episode are the hide behind, the tea kettler, the goofus, the side hill gouger, and if we're going to be more specific on the side hill gouger, we're also going to go in and talk about the wampahoofus, which is a variation of the side hill gouger.
Okay, well, okay. I love these names, particularly the goofus.
Yes.
And particularly the wampahoofus. That's great.
The wampahoofus.
The wampahoofus.
I do love him. See, okay.
I do enjoy a lot how they sound like the dwarves.
The dwarves?
Yeah, they have like dwarf names.
Oh.
You know, like Sleepy, Farty, Nosy, Grumpy.
I don't think that's right. I do not feel like that's right. I don't know a whole lot about
Gouger.
I thought you were just gonna be like
Snow White. or also Tolkien.
I thought you were gonna take the Tolkien route and look me in the face and try to explain to me that Legolas is a fearsome critter and I was about to drive to Vermont and kick your ass.
They also do, like, you know, Gimli. Groin was a real ass name of a dwarf.
Okay. No,
into
hang
the
on. I just realized I said Legolas because I thought you were talking about elvish names and you were talking about dwarves the whole time, and now I feel like stupid.
yeah.
I understand that Legolas is an elf. I know the difference. All right. I'm sorry. I'll take that mulligan.
I mean,
It's,
his boyfriend's a dwarf, so that's fine.
yeah, that's fine. I actually recently found out. Quick aside. So I run a D&D campaign. Half dwarfs
Uh huh.
exist.
Yeah.
Like they do. And they're not
Yeah.
included in the player's handbook, but I did find like a
No,
little like thing online that showed you how to make a half dwarf character build. I feel like they don't get enough love.
that's pretty exciting.
It
You know what
is.
else I don't think gets enough love?
What?
The Goofus. Mainly because his parents called him the Goofus.
Well, his parents didn't call him the Goofus. So, how fearsome critters work, if we can take a quick jump over to there. So,
Okay.
this is a folklore podcast. Fearsome critters fit, I think, a little bit better in the realm of folklore than they
Oh,
do of
okay.
cryptids, because
Oh,
they're specifically like oral traditions. You know, like in North American logging communities, you'd have like tall tales, like like stories that you would tell across a fire, or like
yeah, yeah. I
evenings.
mean,
Yeah.
we had these at camp where, whenever you would be on trip, and you would go use an outhouse, the counselors would always tell you to be careful, because there's a large rat that lives in each outhouse, and it will bite you in the ass.
Oh,
Um,
I don't think I would have peed the entirety of camp had you told
yeah,
me that.
no.
Why did you do that? Why would you have done that?
There were campers that didn't uh,
I do not
use
blame them.
outhouses on trip because of that story.
Don't blame them.
So that's why I didn't tell my campers that story.
Well, yeah,
Um,
that's that's literally what these are. Is they were used as a joke to like haze new loggers.
yeah,
So
except these are used to haze small children
yeah,
in the woods.
I feel like morally there's a bit of a jump, but
A big rat. Yeah, a big poop rat that would bite you in the ass.
oh,
That's fun, though. That's a fun little story. Tell your kids.
don't don't.
Yeah,
We're not responsible for the therapy your children need after telling them there's a poop rat in your modern day bathroom.
that'll bite them in the ass. Yeah.
No. That happened to a friend of mine. They had a snake get into a toilet in one of their cabins. You
And
know,
the snake bit them in the
snake
ass.
did not bite them in the ass, but it did like pop out of the toilet and hiss at them, which I imagine has to be terrifying. Uh
Yeah. The only thing I could see worse than that is a big rat biting you in the ass.
yeah, yeah. So to go back, these aren't like okay. This is
These aren't all specifically a big rat that's going to bite you in the ass in various locations. Don't
yes.
worry.
Don't worry. These are different than that. They are still sort of designed to like come across that way, if that makes sense. They fall into like two varieties, right? You have ones that are
Uh-huh.
specifically designed to harm you, and ones that are specifically designed to be dumb as fuck.
That's great.
Which is, I feel like, an important thing to mention. Like, these weren't designed, like, these stories aren't something that was. Some of them are supposed to scare you or used as like an explanation for a certain natural phenomenon. But I say natural phenomenon, but one of these is just used as an explanation for like, oh, they went off into the woods and they just never came back. So here's a critter that explains that.
Hmm.
Stop letting people go into the woods and die. Like,
Yeah.
what?
I mean, it's kind of like if you're going to go into the woods, have a buddy system at least.
Yeah,
Otherwise, um, I don't know which one of these ones is going to get you.
yeah. They didn't.
Side Hill Gouger sounds like the one that's really going to get you, but I don't know if that's the one.
It's not. Do you
It's
want to? You
not?
want to take a look of the things that I just told you and tell me which one is the one that's gonna like murder you in the woods?
The Side Hill Gouger sounds pretty straight up. The Tea Kettler, no. The Goofus, no. So that leaves the Hide Behind, but that sounds like a child playing hide and seek.
That's the
That doesn't
one.
sound like a murder. Oh. Oh,
That's the one. That's the one that'll get you.
that's the murder boy.
That's the murder boy. Because what they would
Does he just hide behind you and then just get you?
yes.
Pretty much that's it.
That's yeah. I mean, more
Actually, okay.
specifically,
Let's dive into the history and the legend of the hide behind.
I'd
Let's
love
start
to.
with that lad.
I'd love to. I'd love to.
Tell me all about this guy.
So with the hide behind, so the ordinarily we'd start with like where's he located, but because this is like an oral tradition in North American logging camps, we don't necessarily get like
I feel like it's pretty exclusive to North America and
yeah
logging areas.
yeah. So like you're looking for woods and like very tree covered areas.
I feel like a lot of these did come out of um, the Northeast.
Yeah, actually, the Lake Erie area or like
Oh,
Great
okay.
Lakes area, I
Or the Great
suppose.
Lakes areas.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah, so like upstate New York.
yeah.
Like
Upper
Pennsylvania.
Ohio, that sort of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
the Squonk's one of these guys. If they're all just goofy.
I mean, they are all goofy, but he's not. Let me tell you about the hide behind a little bit. So,
Okay.
specifically, this guy is a nocturnal fearsome critter who comes from these sort of logging traditions that preys upon humans that wander the woods, right?
Oh,
So,
me too.
as the name's like, the hide behind is specifically, I've said specifically so many times, but it's noted to have like the ability to conceal itself. So if you try to look directly at it, it hides behind an object or the observer and cannot be directly seen. And it uses this ability to stalk human prey without being observed and to attack without warning. So you go into the woods, right? You're all alone, your phone is dead. And out of the corner of your eye, you don't see him and you just immediately die.
Out of the corner of the eye, you see a little bit of movement, and then you're dead.
That's it. Yeah, that's it.
Does it eat the people, or
Yes.
does it just kill them? Oh, it eats them.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like whole?
Doesn't say.
Okay, because I imagine. Okay, I imagine that like to some creatures, if they're big enough, humans roughly have the same proportion of like a Subway sandwich.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. It deeply disturbs me, but it does make sense. I never want to be compared to a Subway sandwich in the fact that I am a fairly tall human being. I don't like that.
I mean, tall is generous.
Tall is generous. Hey, wait! I'm plenty tall. I'm average height. I am of average
You're definitely
height.
more than a foot.
Yeah,
So
sure am.
definitely bigger than a Subway sandwich.
Yeah, because like you saying a Subway
Like
sandwich.
at least 5 times that.
Yeah, at least. I'm 5 times and change. I'm at least 5.5, like 6 inch. No, wait, fuck. That's not how math do. Hang on. Yeah, no, it would be 5.5 foot longs.
Subs.
Yeah, I almost said five and a
Yeah.
half, 6 inches, and I was like, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
No, I can't do math, but I can tell you about this thing. And
Do you think it would eat a person whole like? I almost said like a Subway sandwich, and even that is some visceral imagery of just a human person shoving an entire sandwich down their throat.
No.
That would be impressive.
It would be impressive. I would be like shocked, but
yeah, floored.
Floored.
Just absolutely floored that is just how you did it.
Yeah, there's so many ways to eat a Subway sandwich, and I feel like immediately just
That's
attempting
maybe the
to submarine
wrongest one.
it down your throat is not a good one. You reckon that's why they're called subs? Because the
Yeah.
original intention was just to submarine them, just to like
I
upend them.
almost said something very stupid, but we're
What
just
did
gonna
you
move
almost say?
right on past
What were you
it.
gonna say? Say it, coward.
Because it goes down. Yep. It's not great.
That's
It's there's really nothing there.
there's nothing there, but it's good.
not funny.
It's good.
It's not funny. It's
good.
not interesting.
It's good.
It's just goes down.
Fuck, dude, sure
Goes
does.
down smooth.
I don't think it does. I feel
Goes
like
down crunchy. Do you think humans go down crunchy?
yes.
It's very definitive.
They got bones in them. Like, a Subway sandwich doesn't have bones in it.
I don't know what kind of Subway sandwiches you're having, but
If your Subway sandwich has bones in it, I feel like there's a problem that you need to address.
yeah, it's probably the bones in your sandwich.
Yeah. Hey, can I get a sub, but I want it, boneless?
Bony.
I don't want a bone-in Subway sub. I do not. No. No. That's a
The
regrettable
bone-in
thing.
Subway sub goes down.
You know what? No. Moving
Fuck.
right on. Moving right on. Absolutely not.
That's just getting cut out of the episode. Fuck that.
Fuck that. No,
Alright.
thank you.
Alright.
This entire...
Okay.
No, okay.
We spent about 5 minutes talking about
Subway.
Subway subs.
And the
And
statement...
how they should and should not have bones in them.
Yeah.
And
And you
I
said
think we just gotta...
goes down easy in an audible space.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Okay. Moving right along. So you want to know how I know this thing eats people?
Yeah, sure.
Specifically because it eats the intestines of them.
Oh.
Yeah. So like it drags
So
them
it doesn't
back
eat
to
the
its
crunchy
lair
parts.
and rips their intestines out and then eats those. And do you know the best way to keep this thing away from you?
Put someone else's intestines on the floor and then walk away slowly.
Was your answer get rip shit drunk? Because that's the answer.
Get rich and drunk. No, it was specifically not the answer. I did give an answer. I feel like you ignored it for this rip shit drunk stuff. But you know what?
You did give an answer,
Sure.
which
If
decoy
there's one thing-
intestines would be a plan. Yeah, but you'd have to get decoy intestines. But like the
Just steal
best
them from a cow. They don't mind. They have 4 stomachs. What are they gonna do with that?
Don't do that. Don't do that. Cows don't deserve this.
That's fair.
But no.
Yeah, because if there's anything better than being lost in the woods, it's being lost in the woods and rip shit drunk.
I'm like, you want to know why people keep getting got by the hide behind? Is because your best solution for them to not get got is to have
Just to get
everyone
drunk.
drink alcohol. Because it's said to have a severe aversion to alcohol, which is considered an efficient repellent. So, this is sufficient repellent. So you're supposed to either, like, drink a whole bunch of it so that it won't want to eat you, or, like, douse yourself in it. Which...
Both of those sound bad.
Yeah.
For being in the woods. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, like... Drinking in moderation outside of the woods, great. Good time. But when you're in the woods, you gotta have your wits about you. At least a little bit. At least a little bit.
At least one wit about you. At least one.
You can't be blackout drunk in the woods. You're just gonna get more lost.
I can't imagine that it would be a good thing. I'm always so fascinated by the things people make up to explain a phenomenon, or like the explanations people come up with to explain certain things that happen. The hide behind cracks me up because you were confronted with the issue that people kept getting lost in the woods, and your solution was to tell them to get so drunk that they would not be edible, which doesn't seem to fix your first problem, bud. I feel like you've just made it worse.
Yeah. That's literally exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
They were like, Jerry, he got lost in the woods. Well, if you don't want to be like Jerry, just get stupid drunk and then go in the woods. It's like, bro, that's how you get more lost.
Just because you don't remember it doesn't mean it didn't happen. Like...
Yeah, you just get blackout drunk and stumble towards your cabin and hope you fucking make it. Like, what? It's just not it.
Please drink responsibly, guys. Please. Don't
Even
get
if you're
got
in
by
a
the hide
logging-
behind.
Yeah, don't get got by the hide behind. Drink responsibly.
Drink responsibly. Because, like, okay. The hide
And bring
behind...
a flashlight, for God's sake.
Please. And batteries. Extra batteries.
Yeah, just... I feel like the thing that we just said is don't get drunk and bring a flashlight is 10 times more helpful than the do get super drunk and black out.
Yeah.
Like, like you just like uh, I don't have anything else to say on that. Fuck. Don't get stupid drunk in the woods. It's dumb. It's dumb. Even if there's not a creature coming to kill you, it's dumb. Anyway, let's talk about something else, because I'm just mad at these stupid drunk loggers now.
I'd love to. You want to get worse? You want to get worse?
Sure. Is it worse?
It's okay. Okay, not worse as in, like, there's no way for you to, like, really mess with this thing, I think. We're going to talk about the tea
Okay.
kettler now. Location, Minnesota, Wisconsin. Sort of that area
Okay.
specifically. You want to hear how...
So,
go.
middle, like Midwest, kind of, well, mid-north.
Yeah. You want to hear how dumb this thing is?
Sure.
Okay, so follow me through this quick description. Picture a dog, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you familiar with a munchkin cat?
Yes.
Okay. Take that dog, give it the leg proportions of a munchkin cat, right?
So a dachshund.
Sure, yeah. Bigger than that.
Bigger
than that.
How much bigger?
Husky size?
Husky size, but with dachshund legs.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah. Okay, now give it cat ears.
Okay.
That's it.
That's it?
That's it!
What?
That's it. Okay.
Are these people sure they just didn't see a dog with short legs? Like a corgi?
Like, that's literally, it's roughly about the same size of a corgi. Like,
are they sure they just didn't see a corgi?
No. Do you know why?
No, I don't know. It sounds exactly like a corgi.
The only way you can find this thing is if you go out into the middle of the woods and you hear a tea kettle sound and steam issuing from its mouth. Right?
Is it boiling water in its stomach?
It only walks backwards.
Why? Why?
No reasoning. No explanation. The only way you can find it is to follow the sound of a boiling tea kettle and the steam, and then if you do find it, it will run away from you at, like, super fast, only backwards.
Super fast, just backwards. Wow, I actually love this thing. Can I have one?
It does sound really cute.
It does sound really... It sounds like the perfect... It sounds like pretty much just like a corgi or a fox that just is super... Like, you can just hear where it is all the time.
Yeah. And it does issue steam out of its mouth, so maybe it's just a fox that vapes.
Maybe it's just... Maybe... Hey, have we considered that foxes just do that when they vape?
That's just their vape charging, dude. They, like...
Have we considered that foxes just do that when they vape?
They just make the sound of a tea kettle, and then they can only walk backwards. Maybe that's why they're so short. The vape stunted their growth.
Maybe. I don't know if that's how vapes work. The science is inconclusive.
But, like, we don't know what it does to foxes. Like, we don't know what it does to people. Maybe it stunts their growth. You know? That's why they got short legs.
We certainly do not know what vapes do to foxes. There's only one way to find out.
Don't.
Introduce your local fox to vaping. He'll thank you and make a tea kettle noise.
That's just a furry, dude. Don't give vapes to foxes. Do not give vapes to foxes.
Start with giving vapes to your local furry, and then if that's okay, then give it to the fox.
Don't. Also, like, it's not good for you. None of this is good for you.
That's okay. Why does it need to be good for you when you're ripping those fat clouds?
It makes it only walk backwards. I feel like I'd really like my full range of motion.
Do humans just walk backwards when they vape? Wait, hold on.
I don't. Wait,
Let me
look that
Google
up.
that.
I know
Yeah,
nothing
let's
about
go.
vaping.
You know nothing about vaping?
I know very little about vaping. I do not understand what it is.
I mean, as far as I know, it's like water vapor.
I don't know. I do not know. Uh,
I don't know anything about vaping. I know it's like water vaping.
I know nothing.
Okay, well,
I
all
know
I
that
got.
sometimes it smells like cotton candy. Because I get my hopes up.
Cotton.
Literally, the first time I ever saw somebody vaping, I was in a mall, right? I was just walking around outside the mall and I smelled cotton candy and I got so excited because I was thinking that someone had set up like a cotton candy cart in the mall. Like, you know how they have those little kiosk areas where you can sell things, right? I thought somebody had
Hmm.
set up a cotton candy one and I turned the corner and it was just some guy with a flash drive and I was so angry. I was so excited. I was so excited for cotton candy, and I was let down immediately.
Okay, well, all I got on Google was do people walk backwards when they vape? Was a bunch of cool like vape stunt videos.
Oh,
So yeah, just browse those in your own leisure.
no, I don't think that really answers that
Because
question.
apparently there's vape stunts. Apparently
You can
there's
do vape
competitive
stunts? There's
vaping.
competitive vaping? Oh
Yeah.
my god, the tea kettler would kick so much ass at competitive vaping.
Tickler would kick so much ass at competitive vaping.
Like, just
Oh my
imagine that.
god.
Imagine that. Imagine walking into whatever a competitive vape arena looks like, and this guy walks in and he's holding this weird looking dog. And he just sets the dog down and it starts
He just-
screaming and just blasting smoke and can only sprint backwards. Like, imagine that.
Oh my
Would they
god.
get him a jersey? Does competitive vaping have jerseys?
I don't think so, but I do think that you get like a wallet chain and a flat brim cap
Okay.
upon entering.
Upon entering, that's just like the
Yeah.
entrance attire, right? Like a black tie event, but it's
Yeah.
wallet chain and snapback attire.
Yeah, wallet chain, snapback, and saggy pants.
Oh, that's just my. I wear that daily. Oh, uh-oh.
Except the wallet chain isn't attached to a wallet; it's attached to a vape.
So you don't lose it?
Yeah.
That's why I have a. That's the only. I owned a wallet chain once, and the only reason I had it was because I could not keep track of my wallet. I kept losing it, so I had a wallet
My
chain on
friend's
it.
grandmother bought him a wallet chain because he kept losing his
Yeah,
wallet.
no, like it's utilitarian. I'm just dumb.
Oh,
The snapbacks are a personal choice.
okay. Okay. Well, moving
We should move
past the,
along.
maybe you should get a vape.
No, I have
That's what
asthma.
it sounds like.
I have
Okay,
asthma.
maybe not. Maybe just do your asthma thing and pretend it's a vape.
Puff my inhaler and then just pretend it's a vape. That's
Yeah,
a Vine, isn't it? Where somebody like shows them puffing their inhaler a few
probably.
times and they're like, vape? No. Rescue inhaler. And I'm like,
Yeah,
ugh.
that's definitely a Vine. Vine was incredible.
Vine was good. Vine was
Okay, now according to the notes, this one also only goes backwards.
good. The Goofus?
The Goofus.
You want to talk about him?
Tell me
You wanna
about
talk
the
about
Goofus.
this boy?
I
Alright.
do want to
I would
talk
love
about the Goofus.
nothing more than to talk about the Goofus. Okay. Whatever, I'm gonna say it's the Goofus bird, full first name.
Okay, that means I win.
Okay, whatever way you're thinking that this thing looks like, you're wrong. It,
Well, I'm imagining it looks like every other cryptid bird,
um, no.
which is every cryptid.
Okay, so we're gonna. God damn it. God damn it. I was so excited for this episode because I'm like, there's no way you can bird theory me with these guys.
No, this one's got bird theory built in.
No,
It's fine. I don't need to do it.
no. I just want to get through one episode without, like, fearing for my life.
I started working on a sticker for you for that.
Did you really?
Yeah.
A please don't bird theory me sticker?
It's a bird theory support group.
No! I do not support bird theory.
No, it's for those afflicted
Oh my
by bird
god, like
theory.
those afflicted by bird theory?
Yeah, because you asked for that specifically last episode.
I will wear the shit out of a bird theory support group sticker.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that'd be so
I'm gonna
good.
put one on my laptop.
I put that on my
when
laptop.
we finish these.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
No.
Hopefully we can find a place to get them out there.
Yeah, if people want a bird theory support,
if people want them.
if you too have been victimized by bird theory, please join the bird theory support group. We have group therapy sessions every Thursday from 8:30 to 10:30 on the Midcast Twitch channel. It's just me playing Minecraft and crying. Anyway, unrelated.
Yeah, what's up with this? What's up with this actual bird?
So, we're gonna do the breakdown of what it looks like, and then I will tell you how it behaves. So,
Okay.
start with a turkey-like head. Give it a
Okay.
long green neck.
Long green?
Yep.
Okay.
Silver scales.
Scales?
Yep.
Okay.
A black right
On the
wing.
neck?
No, just on the rest of the body.
Oh, okay.
Except
Black.
a black right wing and a
Okay.
pink left wing. Okay?
Okay.
You following me through on this? Okay?
Yeah.
Now make it backwards. Like the whole bird. Just backwards.
Why is it backwards?
Because it does not care where it's going, only where it's been. Direct quote.
It's not about the destination, it's about the journey.
I guess it builds its nest.
But it's an actual cryptid bird.
It's an actual bird. It builds its nest upside down. It is described as very, very stupid. Like, so dumb.
Yeah. I feel like if you built a nest upside down, it would, like, things you put in it would fall out.
Yeah. I guess this is
like laying eggs.
Yes, that is mentioned. That like
sperm.
This thing has a very low survival rate because usually when the parents lay eggs, they just fall right onto the ground, and it just doesn't go great for them.
That's great.
Yeah.
I mean, it's terrible for any bird trying to survive.
Yeah.
But
not like batting 100 in the intelligence department. It gives a whole new meaning to the term bird brain, if you will.
yeah. What I love about this is that someone saw that this bird already looked so ugly and decided to bedazzle it. Like, that's what I'm guessing the silver scales are, is just someone bedazzled the fuck out of this bird.
All I'm just imagining
And they kept it.
is like I was walking the other day and I saw somebody who had like a denim jacket that they had bedazzled with like, are you familiar with a bedazzler gun? Like you can get those.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it just said pure of heart, dumb of ass in like glitter.
Oh my god.
Same energy.
Same energy.
Same energy. I also want one of those jackets, so I need to find out where I can buy one. I'll wear one. I will.
Yeah. I like this guy.
I like him a lot.
I like this guy, that this guy's just kind of a dumb bird, and that's all there is to it.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the dodo, you know?
Yeah. Except, like, the dodo, I feel like, had more of a survival instinct than this guy. Because, like...
Yeah, that begs the question, how the fuck is this not extinct yet?
I do not know. Nobody else knows either. Literally,
Well,
like,
that's not
half
great
the
for it.
reports of this guy are just lumberjacks being like, how's it not dead yet? No, like, how's it not dead yet, guys, really?
How did this happen?
And because, like, Goofus is a possible origin of the word doofus, which is wild. Perhaps.
Really? How old is this date then?
Let me see if I can find it really quick. I wrote it down. I think it originates all the way back to, like, 1945. 1938 is, I think, the first recording, the Philomaloo or the Goofus bird. in the Fearsome Critters manual.
Philomaloo? Okay,
Yes.
Syd, can I ask you a question? Why do these things have, like, the dumbest names?
I don't know if you're familiar with like American folklore, but sometimes it really do just be like that. Like
It's just like, yeah, this thing, the fucking Philomaloo,
and I mean this very
the fucking
specifically for like
Goofus.
anybody who's been in the Appalachia area,
Yeah.
street signs do just be named like that. Like
Yeah, that's so
street
true.
signs be named like that. And I actually think it is really, really interesting. Because it's people just come up with a name that cuts straight to the point of what they think this thing should be. Like they looked at this bird, they're like, that's a silly bird. And they're like, let's call
That's a
it a goofus
Goofus.
bird. Like
It's a
probably
Goofus.
influenced the Eastern region by the German word doof, meaning stupid. So, like, they
Doof
looked at this
sounds like a
thing,
little bit more plausible of a
like, they were like, oh, it's a goofus bird, like a doofus bird.
origin of doofus. Yeah.
Well, it would be a combination of both. Because, like,
Yeah,
goofus
well,
and
maybe
then
it's like it's
doofus.
a gander.
Yeah,
A gander is like a kind of name for a turkey. It's a gander doofus. It's a goofus.
it's a goofus. It's a gander doofus, it's a goofus. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. And, like, all of these guys get lumped under the same category of fearsome critters, so the same thing that would turn your intestines into a Subway sandwich is in the same book as this thing. So, like, take that for a moment and just
They're like, yeah.
consider it, if you would.
Maybe this thing also, like, given the chance, will eat your intestines.
I don't think it will. I do not
I
think it
don't know
will.
if it knows how. I don't know if it knows how to eat regular food.
Literally, there's
Like,
no recordings of what this guy eats.
I don't know why that's so concerning to me, but it is. It is very much concerning to me.
Yeah. Like, every once in a while, we do a report on a cryptid, and I kind of do the research on it. And you usually can find out what they eat. And if I can't find
Yeah.
out what they eat, I try to think of what they would eat. I have no idea what this thing would eat. I don't know. Like, my only.
Nuts and berries, maybe?
I guess. I don't think it could hunt. I don't know how effective backwards flying hunting would be.
I don't know. Yeah.
I don't
I'm gonna
know.
be honest.
I don't know. I don't know. Cause like the depictions of these guys, if you want to pop up a quick Google search of the goofus bird and take a quick look at what backwards flying looks like, um,
Mm-hmm.
it's not like
I would love to.
oh haha like it's just making the flying motion but backwards. Like no, he's fully faced the wrong direction and he's just catapulting himself tail first at things,
That's great.
which I feel like is not the most effective way of doing flying.
Anything.
I
No.
do not know.
I'm looking up images for this guy.
Yeah? What do you see?
It just looks like. Wow, I love this. It looks like an image of a duck just getting like yanked by the tail.
Doesn't
and that's
it?
how it's flying.
He looks like
Yeah.
he's being catapulted in the wrong direction. I feel bad for him.
Yeah, it's great.
I feel bad for him. I do not know what to make of him. If it were like the squonk, I suppose I could dunk on him a little bit, but I just do feel bad. Like ugh. Anyway, I think that does just about cover this poor bird. This poor goofus
This
bird.
poor goofus.
I do encourage you to look up images of this thing. They do not disappoint.
Oh, don't even bother, because you know I just tweeted it.
Oh no.
You know I just tweeted it.
Oh, that's the tweet of the week. Good. Good. That's the image I have.
Goofus.
The goofus bird, boy. I have, yeah, like that a lot.
I love it.
I like that a lot.
I love it. Yeah, go follow our Twitter at OnCryptids, because we usually tweet while we're recording the show. It gives a little bit of a preview of what's coming up.
A sneak peek.
Yeah,
Uh,
and we also just post when we're going live and stuff like that. So it's it's cool. Follow us on Cryptids. It's
yeah,
great. Um,
absolutely. But this isn't the
it
last boy we
does look
have in
like
the
we have
episode.
one. Yeah,
Yeah,
one more boy.
we do.
The Side Hill Gouger.
The one that you were thinking was going to be our super big scary boy.
It sounds like it because his name is the Side Hill Gouger.
You want to
Which
hear other names for this boy?
yes,
The Wampus,
the Wampus.
the
Okay,
Side Hill Dodger,
Dodger.
the Side
Okay,
Hill Loper,
Loper.
the Hunkus,
Okay.
and the
Okay.
I'm gonna have to look this up and make sure we can keep it in the episode. So here's a quick break to make sure we can. Uh, I'm also looking it up to make sure it's cool. The Cutter Cuss,
The Cutter
the Cutter
Cuss.
Cuss.
Oh man.
We can cut that out if it means something I do not understand. But
I don't think so.
I don't think
I
so.
think the Cutter Cuss is fine.
Yeah, it is a very very dumb.
It does say cuss,
Yeah,
but I mean we say fuck a lot, so like it's fine.
we do.
Okay, but okay.
Want me to
Okay,
get into it?
why is Gouger? Yeah, okay. Why is Gouger the name then?
Because
Like, if it's got names like the Hunkus,
the Hunkus. Okay.
Hunkus, Honkus, Bunkus, Bonkus. These are dwarf names.
Dwarf names. Next D&D character idea. I'm gonna name my dwarf Bonkus.
Bonkus, and he's got a big hammer that's called Bonkus Jr.
Oh my
That's
god.
quality writing right
I had to
there.
pull the microphone away from my face because I just snorted. The idea of walking up to a dwarf and being like, yes, hello, what's your name? Like, you're on this great quest and all that. And he's like, hi, I'm Bonkus. This is Bonkus Jr. And he just breaks your kneecaps. Like,
Hey, meet my son, Bonkus Jr. Just breaks your kneecap.
Oh my god.
Just fully bends your knee in the other direction with the big hammer.
But it makes the same sound as the bonk filter.
Goes dunk.
Oh my god. Alright, okay. Let's talk about the Gouger, right?
Yeah, let's
Let's talk about the Gouger. Let's talk about him. Sorry, I'm gonna have to sit back up. I have my posture has deteriorated endlessly. This is important, actually. So my posture has deteriorated just sitting here recording this episode. These guys' posture deteriorated so bad, one set of their legs is shorter than the other. So you get clockwise ones and counterclockwise ones. So either like the left side
Can
of the
I
legs is
guess
shorter.
why?
Yes.
Is it because they're on the side of a hill?
Yes.
Okay.
You
Okay,
know,
that
like,
part now makes sense.
yeah. You know, like how
Context.
certain cliff bits have like if you look at a sheer cliff, there's like this sort of ledge little bits that they have multiple ledges.
Mhm.
These guys are specifically designed. I've said that so many times in this episode. Uh,
Mm.
Designed to stand on those. Right? So
Okay.
their legs are like set up, one set smaller than the other, so they can walk forward and have like a straight line thing on these ledges, right? Okay. So if you can only go in one direction, they can only move forward because this is a Dr. Seuss-esque fearsome critter. This is how they all are. They can only go forward, right? So what do you
They
think
can only go forward.
happens when they meet one that's going the opposite direction?
I want to say that they can comfortably come to an agreement and somehow either jump, squiggle under, or just walk around.
They fight to the death.
No, fight to the death. Of
Fight
course
to
it's
the
fight
death.
to the death.
Immediately.
Of course it's fight to the death.
Like,
You know what? Relatable. If I saw one of these things, I'd just get in its way, so it'd have to fight me to the death.
like they'll fight their own children to the death. Like the art for this thing that I'm looking at currently, is depicting a left-sided mother looking forlornly at her right-sided pup because just because one of the parents is a certain way does not mean the children will be that way.
Oh no.
Oh, hey,
It's just kind of whatever side they pick, huh?
yeah. Yeah. Do you know how they have children?
No?
They lay eggs.
Okay.
Like these are
So are
mammals.
they like lizards? Oh no, they're mammals.
They
Okay.
dwell in burrows. They lay eggs, 6 to 8 pups in a litter. Uh, they cannot stand up on level ground. If they accidentally fall down a hill, they just die. Like
Oh no! Oh no!
they
Oh
just stop
no!
working.
Wow, these are Dr. Seuss-esque.
Yeah. So
These got like gremlin rules.
yeah, they sure do, dude. They
Oh
if
wow.
they fall off the hill, they are easily captured or they just starve to death because they cannot walk. Uh, they are said to have migrated from the west to the west from New England, a feat accomplished by a
How?
pair of gougers who clung to each other in a fashion comparable to a pair of drunks going home from town with their longer legs on the outer sides. That is a quote.
Just see that stumbling across the creature. It's like, that's a weird looking dog.
No, it's like two of them with the little legs on the inside and the longer legs on the outside that have just cemented themselves together so they can walk a long distance.
So these things can walk on level ground as long as they have a buddy with them.
Only if they find another one that will not murder them on sight. Yes.
You gotta get a buddy system.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Uh, so there's a Vermont variation of these.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Hometown boys.
Mm-hmm. You know what it's called?
Hit me. Hit me with
It's the
it.
Wampahoofus.
The Wampa
Do
Hoofus.
you know why it's called the Wampahoofus?
Is it because that's the sound it makes? Because that's good.
That would be terrifying and Pokemon-esque. No, it's because apparently, since these guys came from New England, farmers in Vermont grabbed some of them, crossbred them with their cows, so the cows could graze more easily on mountainsides.
What?
Yeah, I don't know how that works biologically, and I
Hmm.
don't think I want to know.
I mean, the only way I could see it working is if it's like donkey rules, right?
Donkey rules? Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
right?
For a second, I thought you were going to talk about Donkey from Shrek, who had kids with the dragon, and I was about to ask you why.
Okay, that's actually maybe a better explanation, but I was just gonna say, like, how, man, yeah, it is a donkey, right?
Yeah, if you. Yes, yes. A mule, I think, actually.
It's a
It's a
mule,
mule,
yeah.
because
A
you
mule
crossbreed a
is a
donkey with
donkey
a
and a
horse.
horse. Yeah. So they work by the mule rule.
Mule rule, yeah.
That's hard to say.
Yeah.
I hate stop. I hate that.
Mule
I hate
rule?
having to say that. The mule rule.
Yeah. I do. I do not. I like these guys. I think they're hilarious. I do not know what to do with them. I.
I don't know what to do with any of these guys. Okay, I want to talk about what kind of unites, like we talked about at the top of the show, how these creatures were kind of united by um, just kind of being like created in a similar kind of vein with the
Yeah.
logging
So,
companies.
as people sort of group together, people tell stories. It's a kind of key to
Yeah,
who we are as humans, is we like to share things, we like to come up with ideas and stories. We like to entertain each other. And so when you would have
yeah.
these groups of loggers, they would sort of get together at the end of their day and come across like a fire or dinner or whatever, like sort of evening respite they'd have, and they would try to one up each other with these stories. So it would start with
Oh,
like a,
interesting.
oh, like um oh my gosh, it would either be like a sound or like sort of like a casual remark about a strange noise or like something they saw in the wild, and then somebody would join in with a similar like story on it. So, like, one logger who's been logging in a specific area for a while would be like, oh, I heard a whistling in the woods today. You never would guess. Like, it was all the way out there in the middle of nowhere. And then someone else who's also been logging in that camp for a while would join in and be like, I've heard it too, but I've seen it. I followed it. I saw it shooting smoke. And then they would pass it on to sort of like scare new loggers or like almost induct them in a sort of
Yeah,
secret society. Like if you're familiar with how Australians will just say anything to fuck with people who aren't from Australia, same energy.
that's yeah.
Same energy.
Well, I feel like there's an element of like, man, could be true though.
Yeah.
Like these things are definitely like squarely in the camp of folklore over cryptozoology.
Yes.
I feel,
Well, I'd say that some
but
of
there's
them are
definitely
more.
like kind of the hide behind, right?
Yeah.
Like this thing that gets you in the woods. There are several things that get you in the woods.
Yeah.
Like this could be one.
Yeah. I definitely say that with these guys, which is why we did a lump episode with a bunch of them, was because some of these are more folklore, some of these are closer to cryptid. I'd say the Side Hill Gouger is closer to a cryptid than
Yes.
folklore. As far as like certain elements of it definitely came from folklore. But having it,
It's become kind of a cryptid.
yeah, take on almost a life of its own, uh, sort of, I say, puts it in the cryptid camp or definitely in the folklore camp. They're fascinating.
Yeah.
They're fascinating. And they really do sort of capture the imagination as far as you never really know what's in the woods. And it's way more fun to come up with things than it is to just like,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
And that it's a interesting way to explain the scuttling sounds you hear in the woods,
Well, the scuttling
or
sounds and
why
like,
these cows look weird.
yeah. And like, or the goofus, which is just fun. Like, that's just something
Yeah, the
somebody made
Goofus is
up
just
to
fun.
have fun, which I think is
Yeah,
kind of the core of cryptozoology is finding out things that might or might not be real and just having fun learning and like
yeah,
sharing what you know.
and explore. It's kind of a way to explore the world without having to be out in it as much. You know what I
Or
mean?
be out in it a bunch depending on where you fall in the
Yeah,
spectrum. Like you go out in the woods,
yeah.
we probably both go out in the woods a fair amount. You probably more than I do. But like I
Hmm.
really really enjoy learning about these things and reading about them and finding out like where certain aspects of our language comes from because things like these become more than just stories and they sort of infuse themselves in our popular culture in a way that you don't see with just about any other type of medium.
Yeah, that's really what we want to do here at Cryptids on Cryptids is really just explore not just the cryptozoology of like our homeland, I guess, but the folklore as well is a huge important factor for us, and it's something we just love to talk about.
Well, yeah.
But I think that is going to wrap up our episode for this week.
Oh, can I
Um,
drop a quick fun fact before we end it?
oh yes, go ahead.
Okay, so with the Side Hill Gouger rate, the Royal
Hmm.
Canadian Air Force awards a special award called the Order of the Side Hill Gouger, which is extended to worthy members for long and hard-standing volunteer efforts by the Albert Group of the Royal Canadian Air Force Association, and I think that's incredible.
I think that is incredible. Actually,
Yeah,
that's so good.
yeah, because specifically, there was like a whole research thing done on this guy, and it was supposed to be like they're super dexterous just because they've evolved in a certain way. So I guess the Canadian Air Force or the specific branch was like, yes, these
Well, I mean,
members.
it kind of does relate to planes because like a plane can only go in one direction, and it's forward.
Only forward, no backwards. Sorry,
You
Goofus.
can't back up a plane. Sorry,
Sorry,
sorry, just can't.
I just can't.
Got to turn this whole ass around.
But yeah, yeah. I think that's all I
That
got.
is gonna do it for our episode this week. Remember to find us on Twitter at OnCryptids. And another gentle reminder to find us on our stream. We really enjoyed doing this stream, and we have um, really had a lot of fun with it in the past couple weeks, getting to talk to you guys and hang out with you guys. That is the Midcast on Twitch. We stream every Thursday on 8 from 8:30 to 10:30.
Yeah.
So make sure you come out and catch us there. Again, that's 8:30 to 10:30 on Thursdays, and it's honestly a blast. And
Yeah.
we
We
announced
play
on our
Minecraft.
stream this week that if we can get our YouTube up to 100 subscribers, 100 subscribers, that we'll be doing a 24-hour long stream.
Yeah, and thank you guys for all your support on everything so far. We really, really appreciate you guys interacting with us and kind of giving us all the feedback you have been. This has truly been an awesome and incredible experience. Thank you so much for giving us this opportunity, and we love you, and we'll see you the next time we post something, and
Yeah.
we'll see y'all in the woods.
Not quite there yet, Sid, because I did have one more thing. We haven't mentioned this in a little while, but leave us a review on iTunes. That helps out so much with helping us get found, helping us be seen, helping us get promoted via iTunes. Like, that helps us so much. If you could go leave us a review on iTunes, that would be so amazing of you guys. And we know you guys will show up because you guys are awesome.
Now I'm a little embarrassed. Oh dear.
All right.
Good lord.
But yeah, until next time.
Yeah.
We'll
We'll
see
see
y'all
y'all
in
in
the
the
woods.
woods.